Maya had always been the type of person who could sleep through anything. Fire alarms, construction noise, even her neighbors' karaoke parties that went until 3 in the morning. So when she woke up that Tuesday morning, something felt different. The room was too quiet, too still. And there was this strange humming sound she couldn't place. She opened her eyes slowly, expecting to see her boring white ceiling like every other morning. Instead, she saw her roommate Luna floating 3 feet above her bed, completely horizontal, like she was lying on an invisible mattress in the air. Maya blinked hard, thinking she was still dreaming. But when she opened her eyes again, Luna was still there, floating and glowing with a soft blue light. Her usually perfect appearance was flickering like a broken television screen. One moment she looked like the quiet art student Maya had been, living with for 6 months, and the next moment she looked like something from another world entirely. Luna's skin seemed to shimmer between human flesh and something that looked like starlight. Her dark hair was floating around her head like she was underwater, and her eyes had turned a brilliant purple color that Maya had never seen before. The most shocking part was that Luna looked absolutely terrified. "Oh no, oh no, oh no," Luna whispered, her voice sounding like it was coming from everywhere at once. "This wasn't supposed to happen. You weren't supposed to be here. You said you were staying at your sister's place until Wednesday." Maya sat up slowly, her heart pounding so hard she could hear it in her ears. "Luna, what's happening to you? Are you okay?
Ow.
How are you doing that?" Luna's panic seemed to make her glow brighter. The floating became more unstable, and she started drifting toward the window. "I can't control it when I'm scared. This is bad. This is really, really bad." "Control what?" Maya asked, trying to keep her voice calm even though her mind was racing. "Luna, please tell me what's going on. Are you sick? Should I call someone?" "You can't call anyone." Luna's voice cracked with desperation. "Nobody can know about this. Nobody can ever know about this." Maya watched as her roommate struggled to get back down to the ground. Luna was making strange hand gestures, and the air around her seemed to ripple like water. Slowly, very slowly, she began to descend until her feet touched the floor. The moment she landed, her appearance snapped back to normal human form, but she was breathing heavily and sweating. "I need to sit down," Luna said, collapsing onto Maya's desk chair. "I need to think. I need to figure out how to fix this." Maya got out of bed carefully, not wanting to startle her roommate again. "Luna, I don't understand what just happened, but I'm not going to hurt you or tell anyone. You're clearly not human, are you?" Luna's head snapped up, and for a moment her eyes flashed purple again. "How did you figure that out so quickly?" "Most humans would be screaming or trying to convince themselves they were hallucinating." "Oh, I've always been pretty good at accepting weird things," Maya said, sitting on the edge of her bed.
Plus,
"You floating in the air kind of gave it away. So what are you exactly?" Luna was quiet for a long moment, staring at her hands. "I'm what you might call an alien, though we don't really use that word. My people call ourselves the Etherians. We're from a dimension that exists alongside yours, but we can cross between them." "That's actually pretty cool," Maya said, surprising herself with how calm she sounded. "So why are you here?"
Are you studying us or something?
Something like that. Luna nodded. "I'm supposed to be observing human behavior and culture. My people are trying to decide if we should make contact with your species or continue staying hidden." Maya felt a chill run down her spine. "And what happens now that I know about you? Is this going to get you in trouble?" Luna's expression darkened. "More trouble than you can imagine. My people have one absolute rule: never reveal ourselves to humans. The punishment for breaking this rule is exile from our dimension forever." "But you didn't reveal yourself on purpose," Maya pointed out. "This was an accident, right? You said something about not being able to control it when you're scared. That doesn't matter to them," Luna said sadly. "The rule exists for good reasons. Your people aren't ready for contact with us, can do things that would seem like magic. To you, we can manipulate energy, change our physical form, move through space in ways that defy your physics. If humans knew we existed, it would cause chaos." Maya stood up and started pacing around her small room. "Okay, so let me get this straight. You're an alien from another dimension who's been living with me for 6 months pretending to be human. You have magical powers that you normally keep hidden. But you lost control while sleeping, and now you're in huge trouble with your people. That's a pretty accurate summary, Luna said with a weak smile. And I'm the first human who's ever found out about you. As far as I know, yes. Maya stopped pacing and looked at her roommate. Luna, I have so many questions I don't even know where to start, but first, I need to know something important. You going to be okay? Are your people going to hurt you because of this? Luna's expression softened. I don't know. I've never heard of this happening before. I'm supposed to report any exposure immediately, but I keep thinking that if I do, they'll either force me to leave Earth forever, or worse. What's worse than exile? They might decide that you're too dangerous to leave with these memories. Have ways of making humans forget things, but the process isn't always gentle. Maya felt her stomach drop. So basically, either you get punished, or I get my brain messed with. I'm sorry, Luna whispered. I never wanted this to happen. I've been so careful for months. I even set up special equipment to suppress my natural abilities while I sleep. But last night I had this weird dream about home, and I guess my emotions got too strong? Maya sat back down on her bed and looked at her roommate. Really looked at her. Luna had always been a little different. She never seemed to get cold or hot. She never got sick, and she had this way of knowing things before they happened. Maya had just assumed she was intuitive, or maybe a little psychic. You know what? Maya said finally. I'm not sorry this happened. Luna looked up in surprise. What do you mean? I mean, I've been living with you for 6 months thinking you were just a really quiet art student. But now I know you're actually this amazing being from another dimension. That's incredible, Luna. You're incredible. For the first time since Maya had woken up, Luna smiled a real smile. You're not afraid of me? Should I be? Most humans would be terrified. My people always assumed that fear would be the primary human response to discovering us. Maya shrugged. Maybe I'm not most humans. Besides, you've been living with me all this time and you never hurt me or did anything scary. You're still the same person who makes terrible coffee and always forgets to buy milk. Luna laughed, and for a moment, her skin shimmered with that starlight effect again. You know, your reaction is exactly why I volunteered for this mission. I've always believed that humans were more adaptable and accepting than my people thought. What happens now? Maya asked. Do we just pretend this never happened? I don't know, Luna admitted. I need time to think. I need to figure out if there's a way to protect both of us without breaking every rule my people have. Maya nodded. Well, whatever you decide, I'm here for you. We're roommates, right? We look out for each other. Luna's eyes filled with tears that sparkled like tiny stars. Thank you, Maya. You have no idea how much that means to me. As Maya watched her alien roommate try to compose herself, she realized that her life had just become infinitely more complicated and interesting. Whatever happened next, she knew there was no going back to the way things were before. And somehow, that felt like the beginning of the greatest adventure of her life. The next few days were the strangest of Maya's life. After Luna's big reveal, everything changed between them. What used to be comfortable silence during breakfast became Maya, staring at her roommate, trying to spot signs of her alien nature. Luna, meanwhile, seemed more relaxed than she had in months, like she was finally free to be herself. You keep looking at me like I'm going to sprout tentacles, Luna said one morning, not looking up from her cereal. Sorry, Maya said, embarrassed. I'm just trying to process everything. Like, do you even need to eat human food? Luna smiled and took another spoonful. I don't need to eat the same way you do, but I can process it for energy. Plus, I actually really like the taste. Your people have amazing flavor combinations. What do you normally eat? It's like back home? Energy, Luna said simply. We absorb it directly from our environment. Light, heat, electrical currents. But Earth. Food is like experiencing a whole new sense. It's incredible. Maya's curiosity was like a dam that had burst. Every conversation led to 10 more questions. So what's your home dimension like? Is it like another planet? Luna set down her spoon and looked thoughtful. It's hard to explain in human terms. Imagine a place where everything is made of light and sound and feeling, but it's all solid to us. We don't have physical matter the way you do. Our cities are built from crystallized music, and we travel by riding currents of pure emotion. That sounds beautiful, Maya said, trying to picture it. It is, but it's also very structured. Everything has its place. Every emotion has its proper time and intensity. There's no chaos, no surprises, no randomness. That's why I wanted to come here. Maya poured herself more coffee. You wanted chaos? Wanted to understand it, Luna? Corrected. My people see human emotions as dangerous and unpredictable. You can go from happy to sad to angry to laughing all in the span of minutes. To us, that seems impossible. Sometimes it seems impossible to me, too, Maya admitted. So how do you experience emotions? Like right now, how do you feel? Luna paused, and Maya noticed her skin taking on a subtle golden glow. I feel ... warm. Content. A little excited. My dimension. These feelings would appear as golden streams of light around me. Here, I have to keep them contained inside this human form. Can you show me? I mean, your real form? Luna looked nervous. I shouldn't. If I lose control again, promise I won't freak out, Maya said. I'm curious about who you really are. Slowly. Luna closed her eyes and let her human appearance fade. Her skin became translucent, revealing streams of light flowing beneath like a living galaxy. Her hair turned into flowing strands of silver energy, and her eyes became twin stars. She was beautiful in a way that made Maya's chest feel tight. This is closer to my natural state, Luna said, her voice now having an ethereal quality. Though, I'm still compressed to fit in your three-dimensional space. You're amazing, Maya whispered. How do you make yourself look human? It's like wearing a very complex costume, Luna explained, slowly shifting back to her human appearance. Have to constantly concentrate to maintain it? The facial expressions, the body language, even the way I breathe. I studied human behavior for years before coming here. Maya leaned forward. What was the hardest part to learn? Sarcasm, Luna said immediately. My people are very literal. When someone says something they don't mean, it creates these chaotic, emotional patterns that I couldn't understand. I spent weeks trying to figure out why humans would say the opposite of what they felt. Maya laughed. Yeah, we're weird like that. What else confused you? Crying, Luna said. Where I come from, intense emotions create light displays. Yet humans leak water from their eyes when they're sad or happy or angry. The first time I saw someone cry, I thought they were broken. Do you cry? I'm learning too, Luna said. It's actually quite therapeutic. Though I still glow when I'm emotional, so I have to be careful. Maya got up to wash her dishes, thinking about everything Luna had shared. Can you read my emotions? Like, do you know what I'm feeling right now? I can sense the general energy. Patterns, Luna said. Right now you feel curious, a little overwhelmed, but also excited. There's something else too. Acceptance, maybe. It's a very warm feeling. That's pretty accurate, Maya said. I keep thinking about how lonely you must have been, pretending to be something you're not for so long. Luna's expression grew sad. It was necessary. But yes, sometimes I felt very isolated. I couldn't share my real thoughts or experiences with anyone. I had to pretend to be confused by things I understood perfectly and act like I understood things that made no sense to me. Like what? Sports, Luna said immediately. I still don't understand why humans get so emotional about other humans throwing balls around. But I learned to nod and cheer at appropriate times. Maya burst out laughing. You've been faking interest in football this whole time? I've been faking interest in a lot of things, Luna admitted. Though some human activities genuinely fascinate me, music, for instance. In my dimension, music is a building material. Here it's pure emotional expression. I love how a song can make you feel things that aren't even related to your current situation. What's your favorite song? That classical piece you play when you're stressed, one with the piano. Moonlight Sonata? Yes, it creates the most beautiful emotional patterns. When you listen to it, your energy becomes this deep blue with silver threads. It's like watching your soul dance. Maya felt a blush creep up her neck. That's ... actually really sweet. Over the next few days, their conversations became deeper and more personal. Maya learned that Luna's people lived for thousands of years, that they could communicate across vast distances through emotional resonance, and that Luna had never experienced physical touch before coming to Earth. You mean like hugs? Maya asked. Any physical contact? We don't have solid bodies in our natural state. The first time someone accidentally bumped into me here, I didn't know what to do. It was so startling, but also nice. Do you want to try a hug? Maya offered. I mean, if you're curious. Luna nodded shyly. Maya stood up and gently wrapped her arms around her roommate. Luna stiffened at first, then slowly relaxed into the embrace. Maya felt a subtle warmth spreading through her body, and she realized Luna was unconsciously sharing her emotions. This is wonderful, Luna whispered. I can feel your caring and kindness directly. Is this what friendship feels like for humans? One version of it, Maya said, pulling back with a smile. We're pretty big on physical affection. I'm beginning to understand why, Luna said, her skin glowing softly. It's like a direct transfer of positive energy. As the days passed, Maya also shared her world with Luna. She explained human customs that Luna had been mimicking without understanding. Like why people said bless you after sneezes or why they knocked on wood for luck. She introduced Luna to comfort foods, explaining how eating ice cream could actually make you feel better when you were sad. That makes no sense from a nutritional standpoint, Luna said, but she was smiling as she said it. The best human things usually don't make sense, Maya replied. That's what makes them special. Luna was a quick learner, but she also taught Maya to see the world differently. She showed Maya how to feel the electrical current running through their apartment, how to sense the emotional energy of their neighbors, and how to appreciate the complex beauty in everyday chaos. Your species creates art from disorder, Luna observed one evening as they watched people rushing around outside their window. It's beautiful in a way my people would never understand. Yeah, we're pretty good at making beautiful messes, Maya. Agreed, but as comfortable as they were becoming with each other, Maya could see the worry in Luna's eyes. The longer they went without Luna reporting the incident, the more dangerous it became. They both knew this perfect bubble of discovery, and friendship couldn't last forever. What happens when your people figure out something's wrong? Maya asked one night. Luna's glow dimmed. I don't know, but I'm starting to think that knowing you might be worth whatever consequences come next. Maya reached over and squeezed her friend's hand, feeling that warm energy transfer again. Whatever happened next, they would face it together. The quiet art student and the alien who was learning to be human, connected by the most human thing of all, the courage to care about someone different from yourself. 3 weeks had passed since Maya discovered Luna's secret, and things were starting to get complicated in ways neither of them had expected. What began as an amazing friendship was now becoming a daily challenge of keeping Luna's true nature hidden from the world. It started with small things. Luna would forget to act human when she was comfortable, and Maya would have to cover for her. Like when their neighbor Mrs. Chen knocked on the door while Luna was absent-mindedly floating 6 inches off the ground while reading. Luna, door. Maya called out, but it was too late. Mrs. Chen had already seen Luna through the window, hovering in midair with a book in her hands. Oh my goodness, is she okay? Mrs. Chen asked, when Maya opened the door. Is she having some kind of medical episode? She's just really good at yoga, Maya said quickly. Super advanced meditation techniques. She's been practicing for years. Mrs. Chen looked skeptical but didn't push further. After she left, Maya found Luna sitting on the floor, looking miserable. I'm sorry, Luna said. I was so focused on the story that I forgot to maintain my physical form properly. It's okay, Maya said, though her heart was still racing. We just need to be more careful. But being careful was getting harder every day. Luna's emotional state was becoming unstable, and when she got upset or stressed, her alien abilities would start showing. The apartment was becoming a minefield of unexplained phenomena. The coffee maker started brewing coffee by itself whenever Luna was feeling anxious. The lights would flicker and change colors based on her mood. And worst of all, objects would randomly start floating when she wasn't paying attention. Maya, why is the remote control on the ceiling? Their friend Jake asked during one of his surprise visits. Maya looked up to see their TV remote stuck to the ceiling, gently pulsing with a blue light. It's magnetic, she said weakly. Since when do we have magnetic ceilings? Jake asked, clearly confused. It's a new thing, Maya said, grabbing a chair to get the remote down. Very eco-friendly. Helps with energy conservation. Jake gave her a strange look but didn't argue. After he left, Maya confronted Luna about the incident. You can't keep doing this, Maya said. People are going to start asking questions we can't answer. No, Luna said, her skin taking on a stressed gray color. I'm trying to control it, but something's wrong. Ever since you found out about me, my connection to my people has been ... different. Different how? Luna looked scared. I think they're starting to notice changes in my emotional patterns. Back home, we have this thing called the collective consciousness. It's like a shared mental space where all our thoughts and feelings connect. My supervisors monitor it to make sure I'm staying focused on my mission. Maya felt a chill run down her spine. And what are they seeing? Emotions they've never seen before, Luna said quietly. Happiness, excitement, something they're calling attachment syndrome. They think I'm becoming too involved with human life. Is that bad? It's the worst thing that could happen to someone on my mission, Luna said. If they decide I'm compromised, they'll either recall me immediately or send someone to check on me. Maya started pacing around their living room, stepping carefully around a lamp that was gently bobbing in the air. Okay, so we need to figure out how to help you control your emotions better. Maybe we can practice or something. It's not that simple, Luna said. The problem isn't just my emotions. It's that I'm experiencing emotions I was never supposed to have. My people don't understand concepts like friendship or loyalty to individuals. We're taught to care about the collective good, not personal relationships. So what you're saying is that being friends with me is literally against your programming. And away, yes. Luna's voice was barely above a whisper. And the more time I spend with you, the more these forbidden feelings grow stronger. Maya stopped pacing and sat down next to her friend. Luna, do you want to go back to your people? I mean, if this is causing you so much trouble? No, Luna said immediately, her skin flashing with golden light. That's exactly the problem. I should want to go back. I should prioritize my mission over everything else. But I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave Earth. I've never experienced anything like friendship before. Now I can't imagine going back to a re-existence without it. Their conversation was interrupted by a knock at the door. Maya opened it to find their landlord, Mr. Rodriguez, looking concerned. Hey Maya, I've been getting some weird reports from other tenants, he said. Someone said they saw strange lights coming from your apartment at night, and the people below you are complaining about humming sounds. Maya glanced back at Luna, who was trying to look as normal as possible, but was unconsciously making the air around her shimmer. We've been experimenting with meditation music, Maya said, and maybe some new lighting for ambience. Okay, just keep it down, will you? Maybe warn people before you do anything too weird. Mrs. Peterson, on the 3rd floor, thinks your apartment is haunted. After Mr. Rodriguez left, Maya and Luna looked at each other with growing panic. This is getting out of hand, Maya said. We need to do something before someone calls the police or worse. Luna nodded, but she looked defeated. Maybe I should. Just report the incident to my people. Take whatever punishment they give me. No way, Maya said firmly. We're not giving up that easily. There has to be another solution. But even as she said it, Maya could see that Luna was struggling more each day. Her friend's alien nature was becoming harder to hide, not easier. The emotional stress was making her powers unpredictable, and the unpredictable powers were creating more stress. Things got worse when Luna started having what she called dimensional slips. She would be talking normally one moment, and then suddenly she would start flickering between dimensions, becoming partially invisible, or speaking in sounds that human ears couldn't process. I can't control it anymore, Luna said after one particularly bad episode where she had accidentally turned the entire kitchen transparent for 10 minutes. It's like my body is rejecting this human form. Maya watched her friend struggle and felt helpless. Is there anything I can do to help? Just being here helps, Luna said. When I focus on our friendship, on how much I care about you, it grounds me somehow. But that's also what's making my people suspicious. So we're stuck, Maya said. If you care about me, it makes you unstable and gets you in trouble. But if you don't care about me, you go back to being alone and miserable. Pretty much Maya looked around their apartment, which was currently decorated with floating books, color-changing walls, and a houseplant that was growing at visible speed. You know what? I don't care if this is impossible. I care about you too much, too. Let you go through this alone. Luna's eyes filled with those starlight tears again. Maya, you don't understand. If my people find out about us, they won't just punish me. They'll see you as a threat to their secrecy. They have ways of making humans forget things, but the process. ... What about the process? It's not gentle, and sometimes it doesn't work properly. Sometimes it takes more than just the memories they want to erase. Maya felt her stomach drop. You mean they could mess up my brain? I've heard stories, Luna said quietly. Humans who were exposed to us and had their memories altered. Some of them were never quite the same afterward. They lost pieces of themselves along with the memories. Maya sat down heavily on their couch, which was currently hovering 3 feet off the ground. So basically, we're both screwed no matter what we do. I'm sorry, Luna said. I never wanted to put you in danger. Maybe I should have tried harder. To hide what I was? No, Maya said, standing up with determination. I'm not sorry this happened. Meeting you, learning about your world, becoming your friend, it's the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. I'm not going to let some alien bureaucrats take that away from us. Luna looked at her with surprise. What are you saying? Saying we fight back? There has to be a way to protect both of us. You said your people have never dealt with a situation like this before, right? Never? Then maybe they don't know how to handle it either. Maybe we can find a solution they haven't thought of? For the first time in weeks, Luna smiled a real smile. You want to go up against an entire interdimensional civilization? For you? Absolutely. Luna's skin began to glow with that warm, golden light again. You know, this is exactly the kind of irrational human courage that my people find so baffling. Ch, Maya said. Let's give them something to really be confused about. But even as they made plans to fight for their friendship, both of them knew that time was running out. Luna's emotional readings were becoming more erratic every day, and it was only a matter of time before someone from her dimension came to investigate. The question was whether they could find a solution before Luna's people found them. Everything fell apart on a perfectly ordinary Thursday afternoon. Maya was at work thinking about what to make for dinner when she got a text from her brother Alex. Hey, I'm in town for a few hours. Mind if I stop by your place? I have your birthday present from last month. Maya's blood went cold. Alex had a key to their apartment from the time he helped her move in. He was the type of person who would just let himself in if no one answered the door. And Luna was home alone, probably not expecting any visitors. Maya quickly typed back, Don't go to the apartment yet. Meet me at the coffee shop on 5th Street instead. But her phone showed the message as undelivered. Alex must have already been underground on the subway. Maya tried calling him, but it went straight to voicemail. Her hands were shaking as she grabbed her purse and told her boss she had a family emergency. The whole way home, Maya kept imagining worst-case scenarios. What if Alex walked in while Luna was floating? What if Luna was in her true form? What if she was having one of her dimensional slips? Maya ran up the 3 flights of stairs to their apartment, hoping she would get there before Alex did. But as she reached their floor, she could hear voices through the door. Her brother's voice confused and alarmed, and Luna's voice high-pitched with panic. Maya? Alex called out as soon as she opened the door. Thank God you're here. Something's really wrong with your roommate? Maya looked around the apartment and felt her heart sink. It was chaos. The coffee table was floating in the middle of the room, spinning slowly in midair. Books were orbiting around the ceiling like planets. The TV was showing static, but the static was moving in patterns that looked almost like a language. And Luna was standing in the center of it all, her human disguise flickering on and off like a broken light bulb. I tried to explain, Luna said, her voice sounding like it was coming from underwater. But he saw too much. I couldn't control it when he surprised me. Alex was pressed against the wall, staring at everything with wide eyes. Maya, what is happening? Is your roommate some kind of... I don't even know what to call this, Alex. I can explain, Maya started, but Luna cut her off. No, Luna said, and her voice suddenly had a strange echo to it. It's too late for explanations. They know. They're coming. Who's coming? Maya asked. But she was afraid she already knew the answer. Luna's skin was shifting between human flesh and starlight, and her eyes had turned completely silver. My people. The moment your brother saw what he saw, it triggered an automatic alert. They felt the shockwave of his emotions across dimensions. Shockwave? Alex asked weakly. When humans discover us, it creates a specific pattern of fear and confusion that my people can detect, Luna explained, still flickering. It's like an alarm going off in their consciousness. Maya felt everything crashing down around her. How long do we have? Minutes. Maybe less, Luna said. The floating objects in the room were starting to move faster, and the air itself seemed to be shimmering. They're opening a portal now. Alex found his voice. Portal, Maya, what have you gotten yourself into? I fell in love with an alien, Maya said simply, then stopped. Had she really just said that? She looked at Luna, whose flickering stopped for a moment as their eyes met. You what? Luna asked softly. I mean, ... Maya started, but then the air in their living room split open like a curtain being torn. A hole appeared in reality itself, and through it stepped three figures that looked like Luna's true form, but larger and more intimidating. They were made of crystallized light, and their presence made the temperature in the room drop by 20 degrees. Etherean Luna, 7,739? One of them said in a voice that sounded like wind chimes made of ice. You have violated primary directive. 1. Explain yourself. Luna immediately dropped to her knees, her human form completely gone now. Oh. Council members, I can explain. The exposure was accidental. I lost control during sleep cycle, and the human witnessed my natural state. And yet another council member said, you did not report the incident immediately. You allowed the contamination to spread to a second human. Most concerning of all, your emotional readings suggest you have formed an attachment to these beings. Maya stepped forward, even though every instinct told her to run. Don't blame her. This is my fault. I convinced her not to report it. I wanted to understand her better. The third council member turned its attention to Maya, and she felt like she was being examined under a microscope. The human speaks. How unusual. Most of your species cannot even perceive us properly in our true forms. Luna taught me how to see, Maya said, surprised by her own courage. She's been teaching me about your people, and I've been teaching her. About mine teaching? The first council member's voice grew colder. Luna 7,739. You have been sharing classified information about our civilization with a primitive species. They're not primitive, Luna said, standing up. Her voice was stronger now, more defiant. They're different from us, but they're not less than us. They have capabilities we don't understand, such as love, Luna said simply. Unconditional. Care for individuals. The ability to accept differences without fear. They have emotional depths we can't even comprehend. Alex, who had been quietly freaking out in the corner, suddenly spoke up. Excuse me, space people, but are you going to hurt my sister? The council members turned to look at him, and Maya saw something like surprise in their crystalline features. The male human shows protective instincts toward the female, the second council member observed. Even in the face of overwhelming fear, he prioritizes her safety. Yes, Maya said, getting an idea. That's what humans do. We protect the people we care about even when it's dangerous. Luna learned that from us. Learned what exactly? The first council member asked. That some things are worth fighting for, Luna said, moving to stand beside Maya. That connection with others is more important than following rules. That love makes you stronger, not weaker. Love. The third council member repeated the word like it was something distasteful. This emotional malfunction is exactly why contact with humans is forbidden. It's not a malfunction, Maya said boldly. It's the best part of being alive. Luna, show them. Luna looked at Maya with confusion. Show them what? Show them how you feel about us. Let them see what love actually looks like. Luna hesitated for a moment, then closed her eyes. Her form began to glow brighter than Maya had ever seen before. The light spread outward, filling the room with warmth and colors that had no names. Maya could feel Luna's emotions washing over all of them, the joy she felt when Maya laughed, the peace she found in their quiet conversations, the fierce protectiveness she felt toward both Maya and Alex. The council members stepped backward, clearly affected by the emotional display. "This is ... The second one began. Unprecedented, the third one finished. The first council member was quiet for a long moment. "Luna 7739, are you prepared to abandon your people for these humans?" Luna looked at Maya, then at Alex, then back at the council. "I'm prepared to. Choose love over fear. If that means abandoning you, then yes." Maya grabbed Luna's hand, feeling that familiar warm energy transfer between them. "And I'm prepared to fight for her, no matter what that means." Alex, still looking shell-shocked but determined, stepped up beside them. "Yeah, me too. I don't understand any of this, but Maya's my sister, and if this is what makes her happy, then I'm on her side." The council members looked at each other, communicating in ways Maya couldn't understand. Finally, the first one spoke. "This situation requires consideration beyond our current protocols. We will return to the collective for guidance. Until we reach a decision, Luna 7739, you will remain here under observation." "What does that mean for us?" Maya asked. "It means," the council member said, "that for the first time in our civilization's history, we must decide whether love is a malfunction or an evolution." The portal closed, leaving the four of them alone in the apartment. The floating objects slowly settled back to the ground, and Luna's appearance stabilized in her human form. "Well," Alex said after a long silence, "this explains why you never brought her home for holidays." Despite everything, Maya started laughing. Luna joined in, and even Alex managed a weak smile. "So what happens now?" Maya asked. "Now we wait," Luna said, "and hope that love is stronger than fear." Maya squeezed her hand tighter. "It will be. It has to be." 6 months later, Maya woke up to the smell of pancakes and the sound of her brother's laughter coming from the kitchen. She found Alex and Luna having an animated conversation about something called quantum cooking, while Luna effortlessly flipped pancakes using small bursts of controlled energy instead of a spatula. "Morning, sis," Alex called out.
Ow!
"Luna's teaching me how she makes the fluffiest pancakes in the universe. Literally." "Please tell me you're not using alien technology to make breakfast again," Maya said, though she was smiling. The neighbors still haven't stopped talking about the time our kitchen glowed purple for 3 hours. "That was only because I got excited about mastering your human concept of comfort food," Luna said, gently floating a plate of pancakes over to Maya. And it was more of a lavender color, really. The months following the council's visit had been the strangest and most wonderful of Maya's life. After 3 weeks of deliberation, the Etherian Council had returned with an unprecedented decision. They couldn't decide what to do about Luna's situation, so they were going to try something that had never been done before, an extended cultural exchange program. "We have observed the effects of human emotion on Luna 7739, the lead council member had announced during their second visit. "Rather than punish this deviation, we have decided to study it. Luna 7739 will remain on Earth as our first permanent cultural ambassador." Maya had been so relieved she'd almost cried. Almost because Luna had immediately started glowing bright, gold with happiness, which made crying seem unnecessary when she could feel Luna's joy directly. The arrangement came with conditions, of course. Luna had to file regular reports about human behavior and culture. She couldn't reveal her true nature to anyone else without council approval. And most importantly, Maya and Alex had to sign what the council called a cosmic non-disclosure agreement, which was basically a promise not to tell anyone about aliens existing. "What happens if we break the agreement?" Alex had asked. "Let's just say you really don't want to find out," Luna had replied with a nervous smile. But the restrictions were manageable compared to the freedom they now had. Luna no longer had to hide her true nature around Maya and Alex, which meant their apartment had become a fascinating blend of human and alien technology. Their coffee maker now brewed the perfect cup every time because Luna had optimized its molecular energy patterns. Their plants grew faster and healthier because Luna would sing to them in frequencies humans couldn't hear. And their electric bill had dropped to almost nothing because Luna could power most of their appliances with her own energy. You know the best part about living with an alien? Alex asked Maya one afternoon while Luna was at her new job teaching. It's advanced physics at the local university, though what she was really teaching was basic Etherean science disguised as theoretical human science. What's that? I never have? To worry about losing the TV remote again? Alex said, gesturing to where the remote was floating gently beside the couch. Glowing softly so they could find it in the dark, Maya laughed. Is that really the best part? Okay, fine. Best part is seeing how happy you are, Alex said more seriously. I've never seen you light up the way you do when Luna's around. I mean that literally and figuratively. It was true. Maya had discovered that her emotions could actually affect Luna's energy patterns. When Maya was happy, Luna would glow warmer. When Maya was sad, Luna's light would take on comforting blue tones. They had developed their own form of emotional communication that went beyond words. We're like a walking mood ring. Maya had joked to Luna one day. What's a mood ring? Luna had asked. And Maya had spent an hour explaining the concept of jewelry that changed colors based on temperature, which Luna found absolutely fascinating for reasons Maya still didn't understand. Their relationship had evolved in ways Maya never could have imagined. Luna was learning to navigate human emotions and physical affection, while Maya was learning to appreciate the universe from an entirely different perspective. Can I ask you something? Maya said one evening while they were watching a movie together. Luna loved human movies because she said the stories created beautiful emotional patterns that she could see as well as feel. Always, Luna replied, absent-mindedly making the popcorn bowl float closer to Maya without taking her eyes off the screen. Do you ever regret choosing to stay here? I mean, you gave up your entire civilization for us? Luna paused the movie with a gesture and turned to face Maya. Can I show you something? Maya nodded. Luna closed her eyes and let her human disguise fade away, revealing her true form of flowing light and energy. But this time, the light was different. Instead of the pure silver and blue energy Maya was used to seeing, Luna's form was streaked with golden threads and warm colors that Maya had never seen before. These new colors, Luna said, gesturing to the golden streams flowing through her light body. These are emotions I never had before I met you. Joy, contentment, love, belonging. My people see them as contamination, but to me, they're the most beautiful part of who I've become. Maya reached out and touched one of the golden streams, feeling warmth and happiness flow through her fingers. You're more beautiful now than you ever were before. That's because I'm more myself than I ever was before, Luna said. My people taught me that emotions were weakness, but you taught me that emotions are what make existence meaningful. Their quiet moment was interrupted by Alex calling from the kitchen. Hey Luna, I think I broke the microwave again. Speaking. What sounds like your language? Luna sighed and shifted back to her human form. He keeps trying to improve our appliances with my energy techniques. Last week he accidentally turned the toaster into a small portal to my home dimension. What did you do? Made a really good interdimensional toast, Luna said with a grin. Don't tell the council. As Luna went to help Alex, Maya reflected on how much their lives had changed. They'd gone from roommates to best friends to something even deeper than that. They were family now. His chosen family that spanned different species and dimensions. The apartment had become a safe haven where Luna could be herself completely, where she could float while reading, glow when she was happy, and speak in her musical native language when she was excited. Where Maya could experience the universe through alien senses and learn that love really was a universal force. Maya, Luna called from the kitchen. Alex turned the refrigerator into what I think might be a time machine. Did he go back in time? Maya called back. No, but I think our leftover pizza is now from next Tuesday. Maya shook her head and went to help them figure out how to fix whatever Alex had done this time. This was her life now, helping her alien girlfriend and her time-traveling brother solve the weirdest problems imaginable, and she wouldn't trade it for anything. Later that night, as they all sat on the couch watching Alex try to convince Luna to help him build a flying car, It's not about the flying, Luna. It's about never having to deal with traffic again. Maya realized that they had created something special. They had built a bridge between two worlds, proving that differences didn't have to be barriers. You know what I love most about this? Maya said to Luna. What? We started with you panicking because I wasn't supposed to be under you when you were floating. Now I fall asleep every night with you floating above me like the world's most beautiful nightlight. Luna's skin took on that warm golden glow. I fall asleep knowing that I'm exactly where I belong. Alex made a gagging sound. You two are disgustingly cute, even for an interdimensional couple. But he was smiling as he said it, and Maya could see the happiness in his eyes. They had all found something they didn't know they were looking for. A family that accepted them exactly as they were. Weird powers and all, outside their window. The city continued its chaotic human existence, completely unaware that just a few floors up, a human and an alien were building the first truly interdimensional relationship in history. It was working beautifully.